Welcome, residents, to another version of our Talk of the Town, as we call it here in Carnwath during the nice weather, our front porch chat. And today, we're in beautiful, very beautiful, Carnwath Farms on the front porch of our administration building. And I have a lot of things to cover, today with you. But first and foremost, the trees and the various flora and the flowers are really out in bloom. And so take advantage of this weekend to come out here and see the beauty that Mother Nature offers us along the Hudson River. I think you'll be very pleased when you come out and see, the tree buds bursting out, and the forsythia in bright yellow colors, and a lot of new wildlife visiting here. Today, let me start off by first reminding everyone and drawing your attention to the fact that this Saturday, there's actually a number of things happening in the town. First is our Little League season will open up the opening day on Saturday morning. I believe it starts at 10 at Robinson Lane. But before that, a very important annual event that we hold, and this is the Joe Ennisser 5K walk run event. And that event is one that we've started a few years ago. And in fact, during COVID, we had a virtual one online. So this Saturday, April the 15th, we will be holding again our next annual event of the 5K. And the race will begin at 8 o'clock a.m. And this is at the rail trailhead off of Lake Walton Road, and I think many of you have been there before. The 5K will be going 2.5 out and 2.5 K back along the rail trail. And while the race begins at 8, if you have not yet registered, please do. You still could register online, but also we do have registration on the day of, starting at 7 o'clock for an hour before the beginning of the race. The registration fee is a little bit more expensive. It's $29 online at this point in time, but $25 the day of registration. But if you do come and register and run in the event, you'll be getting a great t-shirt, and any sponsors also get wonderful tote bag. And in fact, for our sponsors, and we do have quite a few, there will be on the back, there's not right now, but on the back of the shirt, we'll be having your names, your corporate name or individual names. So again, the Joe Ennisser, in memory of Joe, who was a great contributor to our community for his sports activities. If you want more information for this benefit to our veterans, please go to our Wappinger Rec site. That's wappingerrecreation.com, my rec. So again, Dutchess Rail Trail, the Van Wyck Lane parking area, and be there before 8 o'clock, but certainly if you need to register before time, come in at 7 o'clock in the morning. And this is hosted by the Wappingers Veterans Advisory Group. This is our dedicated advisory organization in partnership with the town of Wappinger. So please come on out and see us at that time. Another great annual event that we have, and this year it's going to be on April the 29th, and this is our annual Spring Crafts Fair. And this is one that we hold every year at Town Hall, the Wappinger Town Hall. There's no entrance fee. There'll be a number of artists, local handicraft artists that will be displaying and offering for sale their wonderful works of art. I always love the hand-designed wood products, particularly the pens, but we have wonderful selection of candles, soaps, and a variety of goods that will be on our line, and I'll talk about it going forward. But that's on Saturday, April the 29th, and from 10 o'clock a.m. to 3 p.m. For those that were not able to attend either in person or by watching our board meetings on camera. Last Monday night, our board meeting had a couple of very important recognitions. We have started another aspect of our Hometown Heroes Awards, and we've done the veterans, and we continue to do that. So if you're interested in having a veteran that you know that's been deceased or is living, retired, come on to Town Hall and sign up for one of the banners that we are putting out all throughout the town on our utility poles. This other recognition, which we just started on Monday night, is one for others, individuals, organizations that have made major contributions to the community. And we recognized two on Monday night. One was Sergeant James Sweeney. His lovely wife Noreen showed up, also a very close personal friend of Jim's, Jack Fedigan, showed up. Sergeant Sweeney was in the state police, and he was at 9/11, served his country, sacrificed ultimately his life in helping to do all the recovery work and the protection details down at the 9/11 site. He, like so many of our veterans and police officers, first responders, everyone that came to the scene, so many have contracted different illnesses out of the asbestos, the chemicals that were exposed during that very tragic event. But Jim had passed away on March 6th, I think it was, of 2021, at the young age of 68. He left behind his family. Noreen is a resident. They live over near Spook Hill Park. So we recognize them with a certificate, with a trophy, and also a tree that will become a living memorial. Noreen has indicated to me that they're going to plant their tree, and we're going to create a special area over at Spook Hill Park as that continues in its redevelopment. The other award went to a very important organization in our area, the Habitat for Humanity. You've seen them participate in town board meetings. They're very active in our town with respect to the building of homes, rebuilding of homes, taking care of dilapidated structures that our residents need to have repair. So we recognize them similarly, and that was very well attended by their staff and by Senator Sue Serino, who also heads up the organization with respect to the seniors, the women's, and she's also playing that role for Dutchess County. So we're going to do more of these coming forward. Going forward, if there's some organization that you think you would highly recommend as worthy for a recognition, then please let us know. You can contact me at Town Hall, Randy Ross, who has helped to chair this event, and will be moving forward out into the future. Some of the other items that the board deliberated on, we've had and been addressing a number of homes, properties that have been in a major state of disrepair, or a lot of trash, garbage has accumulated. You're starting to see signs, such as along Old Hopewell Road, of this issue, this eyesore, this problem being addressed. Well, our board decided that it's going to take even further action to address some of the really habitual, endemic problems within the town. And so we're going to be holding a public hearing on one property that's become an eyesore, and we've been trying to address this issue through the courts for many years. But the good news is that the board is in full agreement to take a different approach, that we have our power and authority to work on. We have other events coming up, such as Earth Day, and we're going to be also doing our traditional road cleaning of debris, of trash that's out on some of the roads. Throughout the year, our highway department under Mike Sheehan has done a really major job in addressing this. One of our very important focal points has been the protection and preservation of our environment. Back in 2015, the town board decided that it was going to get it more involved in climate smart initiative. Then when I took office, I took that initiative that had been basically sitting and reactivated it. If you listen to our board meeting on last Monday night, you'll hear Kelsey West from the Cornell Cooperative talk about what we have done and what we need to do to qualify for the bronze level. We're more than halfway there as far as scoring points on the various accomplishments that we've had already made. I think we have altogether around 80 points. There's a point scale that people look at, and that is one that encompasses many different things that the town is doing to protect our environment, to address climate change, and we are already well underway with that. We will be creating a citizens advisory group with respect to that. That's one of the aspects to get further citizen involvement, also to have some training, education programs. So this will be complementing the other programs that we're doing, and as I mentioned during the meeting, we'll be working more on our water source protection. We've had that major study. We got a grant. I'll be proposing shortly the major legislation for that. Protecting our farmlands, that's an ongoing program. And we're going to start looking at action items for the rehabilitation of the Wappingers Creek and the town side of it, as well as the Sprout Creek, and this will also include flood control. So these are projects that have been percolating through the process. They're now ready to be discussed with the board and to be discussed with the community. Last but not least, related to the previous discussion that I had for the veterans, again, a reminder, Joe Annister 5K on this coming Saturday, April the 15th. Kevin Hawthorne presented an overview. Please listen to that, of the various veterans activities that we are undertaking, and this includes the veterans graves recognition, memorial pavers, and renovating the Major Daniel Martz memorial site, among some other things. So any and all of our veterans out there, please volunteer, for our Veterans Advisory Group. We need more help, in pulling off some of these events, these activities. So I encourage you to stop by Town Hall to reach out and come visit my office, and we'll be happy to talk some more. So please enjoy this weekend. As I said, we have a few events that are scheduled and a lot of other activities. I hope to see you very soon, and until soon, please stay safe and remain well. Thank you, and have a wonderful spring weekend. God bless.